Welcome to our comprehensive guide on electric vehicles. For the longest time, EVs have kind of felt like this futuristic concept, something you'd see in a movie, but not necessarily in your driveway, right? Well, the future is now. Today, we're going to dive deep into the world of EVs, break down everything you need to know from their humble beginnings to their meteoric rise in popularity. We'll unpack the tech, the trends, the impact, the whole 9 yards. Whether you're an EV enthusiast just starting to learn about them or maybe on the fence about making the switch, this video is for you. We're talking about a major shift in how we think about transportation, so buckle up, we're going for a ride. By the end of this video, you'll be able to walk the walk and talk the talk of the EV revolution, so let's get started. Okay, first things first, what exactly is an electric vehicle? In the simplest terms, it's a vehicle that uses an electric motor for propulsion instead of your typical gasoline-powered internal combustion engine. This means no more trips to the gas station, no more oil changes, and a significantly smaller carbon footprint. Pretty cool, right? But how do they work? Well, EVs have a large battery pack that stores electricity, and this electricity powers the motor, giving you that instant torque and smooth acceleration that EVs are known for. Now, you might be thinking, but what about charging? Isn't it a hassle? And that's a fair question, but charging technology has come a long way, and we'll get into all the details later on in the video. For now, just know that EVs are becoming more accessible and convenient than ever before. You might be surprised to learn that electric vehicles have been around for much longer than you might think. We're talking way back to the 19th century. That's right, the first electric vehicles actually predate gasoline-powered cars. Crazy, right? These early EVs were rudimentary, but they laid the groundwork for the sophisticated machines we have today. However, with the rise of mass-produced gasoline-powered cars in the early 20th century, EVs kind of took a back seat, so to speak. Gasoline was cheap and abundant, and the infrastructure for gas stations was rapidly expanding. Fast forward to the late 20th and early 21st centuries, concerns about climate change, rising oil prices, and advancements in battery technology breathed new life into the EV market. Companies like Tesla emerged, pushing the boundaries of what EVs could be, and the rest, as they say, is history. So why are we making such a big deal about electric vehicles? Well, for starters, they're incredibly important for the future of our planet. Transportation is one of the biggest contributors to greenhouse gas emissions, and EVs offer a much cleaner alternative. By reducing our reliance on fossil fuels, we can combat climate change and create a more sustainable future. But it's not just about the environment. EVs also offer a ton of practical benefits. Imagine a world with quieter streets, smoother rides, and less dependence on fluctuating gas prices. Plus, EVs are just plain fun to drive. That instant torque and acceleration I mentioned earlier, yeah, it puts a smile on your face every time you hit the accelerator. And as technology continues to advance, we can expect even better range, faster charging times, and more affordable prices in the near future. EVs versus ICE vehicles, what's the difference? Okay, so we know EVs are different, but how exactly do they stack up against your traditional internal combustion engine vehicles? Well, there are some key differences. First off, the most obvious difference is how they're powered. EVs run on electricity, stored in a battery, while ICE vehicles burn gasoline or diesel. This difference in power source leads to a number of other distinctions. EVs are known for their quiet operation, as there's no noisy engine roaring under the hood. They also require less maintenance because, well, there are fewer moving parts, no more oil changes, spark plug replacements or exhaust system repairs. And of course, EVs produce zero tailpipe emissions, making them a much cleaner choice for the environment. BEV, EV for AVE, huh? Decoding the types of EVs, the world of EVs, can feel like a bit of an alphabet soup, right? BEV, HEV, PAV. What does it all mean? Don't worry, we'll break it down for you. First up, we have BEVs, or battery electric vehicles. These are the pure electric vehicles you often hear about. They run solely on battery power and have no gasoline engine whatsoever. Next, we have HEVs, or hybrid electric vehicles. These vehicles combine a gasoline engine with an electric motor, offering improved fuel efficiency but still relying on gasoline. Then there are PHEVs, or plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. These are similar to HEVs but with a larger battery that can be plugged in and charged, allowing for a certain distance of all-electric driving. And finally we have FCEVs, or fuel cell electric vehicles. These vehicles use hydrogen gas to generate electricity which powers the motor. Each type has its own pros and cons, so it's all about finding the right fit for your needs and driving habits. Under the hood. The tech inside an electric vehicle. Now let's pop the hood, so to speak, and take a closer look at the key components that make an electric vehicle tick. First and foremost, we have the battery pack. This is the heart of the EV, storing the electricity that powers the motor. Battery technology has come a long way, and these packs are designed to be safe, efficient, and long-lasting. Next up, we have the electric motor. This is what converts electrical energy into mechanical energy, providing the torque and power that gets the car moving. Then we have the power electronics, which control the flow of electricity between the battery and the motor. Think of this as the brain of the operation. We also have the onboard charger, which converts AC power from your home or charging station into DC power that the battery can use. And finally, we have the transmission, which transfers the power from the motor to the wheels. Of course, there are other components, but these are the main players in the EV powertrain. The EV revolution. Market trends and global domination. It's no secret that the electric vehicle market is booming. We're seeing a massive surge in demand for EVs worldwide, and the numbers speak for themselves. Major automakers are investing heavily in electric mobility, with new EV models hitting the market all the time. From sleek sedans to rugged SUVs, there's an EV out there for every taste and need. Governments around the world are also taking notice, implementing policies and incentives to encourage EV adoption and reduce carbon emissions. The charging infrastructure is rapidly expanding too, making it easier than ever to find a place to plug up and juice up your EV. We're truly at a tipping point, and all signs point towards a future where electric vehicles dominate the roads. Fueling the revolution: government policies and incentives. Governments around the world are playing a crucial role in accelerating the adoption of electric vehicles. They're doing this through a variety of policies and incentives aimed at making EVs more attractive to consumers and businesses. One common incentive is the tax credit. In many countries, you can receive a significant tax break for purchasing an EV. This helps to offset the higher upfront cost of an EV compared to a comparable gasoline-powered vehicle. Another policy tool is the emissions standard. Governments set limits on the amount of pollutants that vehicles can emit, and EVs, with their zero tailpipe emissions, easily meet these standards. Some cities have even implemented congestion pricing or zero-emission zones, where gasoline-powered vehicles are either charged a fee or banned altogether. These policies, combined with continued advancements in EV technology and infrastructure, are creating a favorable environment for the electric revolution. Let's talk about why electric vehicles are so important for the health of our planet. As we mentioned earlier, transportation is a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions, which are a leading cause of climate change. EVs produce zero tailpipe emissions, meaning they don't release harmful pollutants into the atmosphere as they drive. This is a huge win for air quality, especially in urban areas where smog and respiratory problems are often a concern. But the environmental benefits of EVs extend beyond just tailpipe emissions. The production of EVs does have an environmental impact, but it's significantly less than that of gasoline-powered cars over their entire life cycle. And as we transition to a cleaner energy grid, powered by renewable sources like solar and wind, the environmental benefits of EVs will only continue to grow. So by choosing an EV, you're not just choosing a car, you're choosing a greener, more sustainable future for everyone. While the future of electric vehicles is bright, there are still some challenges that need to be addressed to achieve widespread adoption. One of the biggest hurdles is the cost. EVs tend to have a higher upfront cost compared to gasoline-powered vehicles, although this gap is narrowing as battery technology improves and production scales up. Another challenge is range anxiety. While EV ranges are constantly improving, there's still the fear of running out of charge before reaching your destination, especially for long journeys. The availability of charging infrastructure is also a concern, particularly in rural areas where charging stations may be few and far between. And finally, there's the issue of consumer awareness and education. Many people are still unsure about how EVs work, their benefits, and the realities of EV ownership. The future of electric mobility is incredibly exciting. We're on the cusp of a transportation revolution, and the innovations just keep on coming. One area of rapid development is battery technology. We're seeing breakthroughs in energy density, charging speed, and affordability, which will lead to even better EVs with longer ranges and lower price tags. Autonomous driving technology is also advancing rapidly, and it's only a matter of time before self-driving EVs become commonplace. Imagine a world where your car drives itself, charges itself, and seamlessly integrates with your smart home. The way we think about car ownership is also changing, with the rise of ride-sharing services and subscription models. And let's not forget about the electrification of other modes of transportation, such as buses, trucks, and even airplanes. The future of mobility is electric, and it's going to be amazing. Thanks for watching our ultimate guide to electric vehicles. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the history of EVs to the exciting future that lies ahead. The electric revolution is well underway, and it's transforming the way we think about transportation. Whether you're an EV enthusiast or just starting to learn about this incredible technology, we hope this video has been informative and insightful. If you found this video helpful, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe for more informative content. And be sure to let us know in the comments below what you're most excited about in the world of electric vehicles. Until next time, drive safe and stay charged up. Team Vidya Technos.